Get off on me, shit is bound to get ugly. Prom, still got the 38 and it's rusty. Trust me, get you low niggas touched like Sandusky. Fuck the authorities. Them CD4 flows is just comedy.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. We are looking at the 5th Creed fragrance that I've reviewed today, or the one that I'm going to review, and one that doesn't get nearly as much love as some of its popular brothers you see behind me in the background. Green Irish Tweed, Aventus, Virgin Island Water, Millesime. Now, if you're interested in the oft-disputed Creed history and some of their bolder proclamations, check out the first video I ever did in the house for the fragrance Green Irish Tweed. We go into some heavy backstory there, but I'm sure that most of you folks know that Creed is a French house that they claim goes back to 1760 when they made fragrances for royalty, or at least, again, they claim they made fragrances for royalty. They say that their first commission for a fragrance came from King George in 1781, who wanted something to smell like his leather gloves, and therefore Royal English Leather was born. Since then, Creed really has been a dominant player in the industry. A lot of reviewers and fragrance fans look up to them as the premier, if not the premier, one of the premier niche houses out there. Their fragrances are pricey. Most aren't that interesting, but they're very solid and they do get the job done. They smell good and they do fresh fragrances very well. They make a lot of good fresh fragrances. Their scents tend to suffer a bit when the weather gets a bit colder out. They have a boutique on Madison Avenue in Manhattan and are also sold through Bergdorf's and Saks here, though those are their official licensed resellers. But of course, we all know about the back channel Creed outlets like FragranceNet, Amazon, and sites like that. I wouldn't buy a bottle from Amazon unless Amazon was listed as the seller, and I'm not sure that I would buy a bottle from an eBay seller that I didn't trust. But for the most part, I do think you're safe with Amazon and Beauty Encounter and FragranceNet. And you know, Al from Street Sense, who I think has definitely one of the best fragrance channels on YouTube, recently did an interview with Lewis from the Creed Boutique about fake Creed bottles. And it sort of sent some ripples through Fraycom, as Lewis showed a bottle that he claimed he paid $200 for, and he said it was a very good copy of Silver Mountain Water, and it had a lot of people wondering if all the Amazon and FragranceNet bottles were fake, and I really don't think they are for two big reasons. First and foremost, I've had a number of official Creed samples, and I also have full bottles of those same fragrances, and they smell almost identical. Obviously, you do get some batch variation within Creed, but for the most part, they smell exactly the same. Secondly, I just think it would be very easy for Creed to get Amazon to stop selling fake Creed fragrances, especially at the discount. You know, if they're not doing that, stopping a retailer as big as Amazon, it's because they have no legal resource. You know, it isn't like stopping some pop-up site in China from selling fake Louis Vuitton bags. It's Amazon. So I think, again, you're good with those bigger sites. Now, this was given to me as a birthday present, so I'm not, I didn't ask whether it was gotten off FragranceNet or at the Creed Boutique. I believe it was from the Creed Boutique, but it is available at the Creed Boutique for $345, and it is available on some online sites for about $150. They don't make a bigger bottle of this fragrance. This is the 2.5 ounce size, and this is also one of the latest Millesime releases by Creed. I think the latest to be widely distributed. I know they had that scent that was supposed to be a Harrods exclusive in the green bottle that some other retailers got, but Royal Oud is a general release, and as I said, the retail for the 2.5 ounces is $345. So just remember that. This is a 2011 release by Parfumé Olivier Creed, and I watched a video where he said the impetus of this scent was continued requests from customers for the house to do an oud scent. And it didn't seem like something Creed would do, mainly because Creed likes to put out, as I said before, clean, light, and fresher fragrances, and oud can be a heavy and dirty note, though there have been a few houses that have been able to make oud chic and fresh. I think Tom Ford and Acqua di Parma have both done great jobs in that regards. Now, the question that pops up repeatedly with this fragrance, or the two questions, is A, is this a real oud scent? And B, is there even really oud in this? Well, I can't answer the second question, but I don't think Creed is lying. Wait, what? I think that I can answer the other question, though. I personally don't consider this an oud scent, but I do think there is oud in it. It's very, very possible that Creed either used a particularly sourced oud or just a very light oud. It's also possible that they got some oud and just really dialed it down in this fragrance. But I think it's rather unfair and presumptuous to say that we know for a fact that there is an oud in this, because we just don't know. With that said, if you're looking for some serious, like Middle Eastern Montal-like oud, you're looking in the wrong place. But this is an absolutely fantastic scent. It is perfect for the office. What I get out of this scent is pink pepper, some lemon, cedar, and almost a birch sort of a ventusy vibe. It smells quite a bit like cream soda or root beer or Dr. Pepper. It took me a while to figure out that's what I was smelling, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It also really unbelievably also maintains that Creed signature freshness that in my mind makes the Creed scents the high level quality that even haters of the house have to love. And so let's just very quickly get into the presentation. So this is the box. It says Creed Royal Oud. It's got your normal Creed markings on it, French on the back, you know, the Creed at the top. If you've seen one Creed box that's not Royal exclusive, you've pretty much seen them all. I do like the gold and black on this one. And then it's a smaller Creed bottle, but you've still got that black and gold. You've got the crown at the top, and you've got that signature death blast out of the atomizer when you get your fragrance. And of course you do have Creed at the top of the bottle. And it's just a pretty routine Creed bottle. And I'm going to talk actually a little bit more about the presentation later. But notes on this fragrance are Calabrian lemon, pink berry and Sicilian bergamot at the top, cedar galbanum and angelic root in the middle, and Indian regal oud, sandalwood, and Tonkin musk in the base. Now, I think what I think makes it harder for naysayers to sort of question the perfumery talent of Olivier Creed is I think it's brilliant what he's done here. It's original, it's unique, and it's fantastic. I think this is one of the rare Creed scents that will perform well in colder months, but I also think it works great in the spring, and I could see it working in the summer as well. You know, California Rolls is sushi for people who don't like sushi, and this is an oud fragrance for people who don't like oud. But I think people who do like oud can enjoy this as well. This is one of the hardest scents I've ever reviewed because describing it in words is very hard. It really doesn't smell like a specific thing. To me, it's just a composition of spice, wood, and I believe a smidgen, and I do mean a smidgen, of oud. This projects really, really well, but like most Creed scents on my skin, there are major longevity issues. I'm lucky to get 4 to 5 hours. It normally peaks at about 3 for me. If I was able to get this at 120 ml for $160, I'd say no big deal and that it's still a good value. But at 160 for 75 ml, you know what? Actually, I still think it's a pretty good deal. Where I think Creed sort of steps into get the fuck out of here territory is when they retail this for $345. I mean, that's just like, wait, what? What are you doing? And look, I'm a capitalist through and through, and I understand that people charge what they can. They don't charge what they want to. Anyone can charge whatever they want, but they won't stay in business too long if people aren't receptive to the price for the product. Now, Creed might not date back to 1760, but I think we can all agree that at the very least, they date back to the 1960s, and they do very well, which means people do pay these prices. I wonder myself if those people have ever heard of FragranceNet or Amazon, but that's a question for a different day. So where does Royal Oud rank with me? Well, first and foremost, I think this is a great, not good scent. I think it smells absolutely incredible. Fresh, clean, masculine, spicy, and woody. I think that 90% of men's scents could be worn by women. This is a rare one I think should be worn by men. And I think part of that is because it has a bit of a barbershop vibe to it. Not quite as upscale as Invasion Barbar, but not sort of as flimsy as Rive Gauche can be on occasion. This is a versatile as fuck fragrance. You can work with it on. You can go to the opera. You can go on a date. You can go out to brunch. It all just works. It's also widely available and is is a good deal on FragranceNet, and so this is an 8 out of 10 for me. It loses 2 points, 1 because longevity sucks, and 2 because Creed needs to update the boxes that they charge people about $400 for. You got to be kidding me. I mean, take a look at what Amouage does. Take a look at what Xerjoff does. And if you want to be the premier men's fragrance house in the world, package your bottles accordingly, which you also might want to update the bottles. But I do like this scent so much that if it came in a nice box and lasted on me, it would be a clear 10 out of 10. I think it's a modern classic, and I think every man should own a warming, fresh fragrance like this in their arsenal. Anyway, that is this week's episode of Maximilian Must Know. I thank you all so much for watching. We will be back next week with 2 episodes, sample shopping, another review. Have a great week.
You met your match, my nigga. E-Harmony, player hater. Fuck your mother, Jimmy Darmody. Don't get cute and see the outcome. Put you niggas in place like New York City housing. The Kush God has risen my